I don't think anybody really knew what was going on until they saw people on the ground bleeding and heard people screaming and heard the commotion, because you didn't know when you're in a bar like that, you really think that it's music.
Traumatized and injured clubbers were helped from the scene and taken to hospital for treatment. One mother received texts from her son who said they were trapped in the toilets and they feared they were going to die. Another mother was distraught trying to find out if her son was still alive.
I don't know where my son is. No one can tell me where my son is. If he's been shot, if he's dead, no one knows. But they told me there are fatalities.
Dozens of emergency vehicles attended outside, including the city's bomb squad and hazardous material team. Immediately following the attack, the gunman is reported to have barricaded himself into the club and taken hostages. The police performed a controlled explosion outside to distract him before he was shot dead. At a news conference, they said he appeared to be armed with an assault-type rifle, a handgun and some sort of device.
Do we consider this an act of terrorism? Absolutely. We are investigating this from all parties' perspective as an act of terrorism. Anytime that we have potentially dozens of victims in any of our communities, that I think we can qualify that as a terrorist activity.
A major investigation is now being undertaken to determine the gunman's motives and whether he was acting alone. Jane Francis Kelly, BBC News.
And we're learning more about the victims of Sunday morning's brutal massacre inside the nightclub. RT Simone Del Rosario tells us more about who they are.
At least 49 people were killed Sunday morning celebrating Latin Night at Orlando's Pulse nightclub. As each family is told the worst possible news, the city of Orlando is releasing their names. These are the names of most of the victims, and these are their faces. A travel agent, pharmacy tech, dancers, students. The youngest, a teenager. The oldest known victim died at 50. 21-year-old Corey James Connell was a student at Valencia College in Orlando. His friend said he wanted to be a firefighter. He is described as the sweetest kid ever. His teachers called him their all-time favorite. His brother said, "The world lost an amazing soul today. God just got one of the best of angels." Shane Evan Tomlinson was 30, an energetic singer who lived in Orlando and was lead vocals for Frequency Band. This is him performing at a venue in Orlando, the most recent video posted on his band's Facebook page. 37-year-old Kimberly Morris got a job as a bouncer at Pulse nightclub just a few months ago. Her friend told the Orlando Sentinel, "I can't think of a time when I did not see a smile on her face." Jason Benjamin Josephat is the youngest known victim at just 19. Those who know him say he was computer savvy, loved to work out and do photography. A young life cut much too short. His uncle said he was very excited about his journey. 26-year-old Mercedes Marisol Flores was a student at Valencia College. Her father told reporters, "She's a happy girl all the time. She's a hard worker. She's a hard student." This before emotionally correcting himself. She was a hard student. Jonathan Antonio Camui Vega was a 25-year-old producer who moved from Puerto Rico to Florida to work for Telemundo. Chairman Cesar Conde of Telemundo said today, "He was a great assistant producer. Jonathan will be missed dearly." We know 30-year-old Eddie Jamuldra Justice from this series of tragic, heartbreaking text messages he sent his mother while trapped inside the club bathroom. The first text message he sent her, "Mommy, I love you." These are just some of their stories, some of their faces, some of their names. These are the names we will remember. Here they are, once again.
Those are the 49 victims